Good day, my car language folks. Before me, we have a 2019 Honda Accord Sport. Today, we will be exploring it, and after we get through the interior exterior engine, we will take it for a spin to see how it drives. Definitely looking forward to it. I love this body style. In regards to styling, the only thing I dislike is the tail lights. Look like a Honda Odyssey from the back. Aside from that, we got some sporty lines on the side, some sporty lines on the hood. The front fascia is definitely my favorite part of this car. And the wheels, it definitely gives it a nice
Starting
touch.
with the key, you have your lock, unlock, your remote start, and your trunk button. And then you have your alarm button as well. Polished silver, and then you got this chrome piece. So turn around. They definitely took time to make this key. They didn't rush it, and it also has some weight to it.
Let's check under the hood. And here we have a 1.5 four-cylinder engine, 192 horsepower. MPG is 29 city, 35 highway. Gotta say, I love what they did with the front fascia of this vehicle. It looks mean, aggressive. Got your daytime running lights. Got your fog lights, all LED. Got some nice lines on the hood. You got some nice sporty lines on the side as well. It almost looks like a hatchback if you take a real good look. Nothing particular about the fuel door. Push to open, push to close, capless. A lot of cars are starting to do this. It's a mixed bag. I don't like the fact that anyone can come in and do as they please with your fuel tank, but to do less by any means. I have to admit, I'm not a fan of the rear of this car. The taillights, they just look like a Honda Odyssey from the back. The badging is subtle. We have dual exhausts. They're fake. I feel like they could have made that real. 2-axis the trunk. You hold the trunk button on a key fob. I gotta say, I am a little bit disappointed in the fact that the trunk itself doesn't have the button to access it from the exterior without the key fob. Pardon the speakers, some things are a must in Hondas. I love the WeatherTech mat in the trunk. This WeatherTech mat comes standard with the Accords. It also has a spare underneath the WeatherTech mat and this rug here. Climbing into the back, nothing particular. A lot of plastic. It's that good plastic. Looks like it'll last you a while. The lever to unlock the door is nice. Chrome finish. The button to unlock and lock the doors is like the one they've always been using. Switch to the window. It looks like it belongs in a much higher end vehicle. The seats are this leather. It looks to be some kind of mesh combo. I felt like they kind of cheaped out a little bit, but it's all right. It's comfortable. This car is equipped with WeatherTech mats. We have some storage on all 4 doors. Look deep enough for a water bottle and a phone. 2 cup holders back here on the rear armrest. We have a storage pocket in the middle, surprisingly deep. It's weird why the driver's seat doesn't have a pouch behind it, but the passenger does. As we climb into the back seat, I am 6'1", and the driver's seat is positioned to where I would be sitting, and we have enough room. We have about 4.5 to 5 inches of leg room from the front seat. Real comfy back here. Nothing special. Usually cars nowadays have their own reading lights, but this one doesn't. The only light is the one in the middle. As we climb into the driver's seat and look at the window switches, they look really, really nice. I like the fact that they match the door panel. Everything just flows together. Nice execution by Honda. Trunk button, nothing fancy. It's kind of cool when you crank this car, you get a nice little greeting from Honda. We have a digital dashboard. Right now it's on Eco. If we put it on Sport, you see it changes. Looks like Sport mode. And taking a look around the interior, it's a nice, well put together interior. This is a dial to scroll through your trip miles and also how much mileage you have on a vehicle. Your music, you got your home button, back button. These blank switches, I'm gonna guess that they're for the audio. As far as the infotainment system goes, very user-friendly, very responsive. I'm just shocked as to why they wouldn't make the whole screen touch. You have some buttons on the side, like your home button, the back button. Those you have to press, but they should have just synchronized it to the touch screen. I have to say, the volume button and the tuner button, they don't look that cheap. They feel cheap, but they definitely flow really good with this car, along with your temperature dials. You have a screen there for your temperature, and everything just flows. Taking a look at the mid armrest storage, it's decent. Nothing in particular. You have a USB port, and that's pretty much it. Getting into the glove box, it's a normal glove box. We have 2 cup holders, and we have another storage space in here for your phone. We have a USB port, and we have a cigarette lighter there. We have a push and pull button for your handbrake to release. Push the brake and pull the button. Here you have your Eco and Sport buttons. Can't have a Sport badge without a red engine start button. When you're on Eco, it feels like a Honda. Fuel efficient, not too fast, just for comfort, your normal daily driver back to work, etc. Switching to Sport mode, pretty much the gas pedal only changes. Everything else stays the same, exactly the same. As far as the dashboard goes, it gets a little red, but that's about it. Everything pretty much remains exactly the same. As far as the interior goes, as you take a look around, it definitely looks nicer than most cars within this segment. It looked like they took their time to create this vehicle. The interior, the exterior, everything, down to the key. I gotta say, I'm very impressed with the Accord. As far as the road noise, I feel like they could have canceled a lot more of it. I understand this is not a high-end vehicle. Nowadays, pretty much all vehicles do a great job executing noise cancellation. When it comes to the cars of this segment, I like the way the Accord drives better than most. Sonata, Camry, etc. At this point, it's more of a preference. Whether you like the Camry or the Honda, which you prefer. But I feel like Honda definitely looks a lot more official. The materials look a lot nicer in here. The ride feels a bit harsh. I'm going to assume it's from the low profile tires and 19-inch wheels. These are definitely big wheels for this body style. Let's wait till we pass the commercial area. And here we go. She feels nice. Definitely picks up real nice. Whoa. I've driven a couple of cars within this segment, and I got to say, this Accord impressed me the most as far as the driving goes and the material, the way it looks. But I'm sorry, I'm just biased when it comes to the Camry. I know that if I ever need a reliable, good car, all-around car, I can always depend on the Camry. But this has always been his rival, so it just boils down to preference.